Okay, what's up? Welcome back to part 2 of my Overrun Starcraft 2 custom map strategy. Now, in part 2 here, the waves are going to get a little bit different. You can now upgrade different units, and your bunkers you can upgrade, make them a little bit stronger as well. At this point, you're going to want to sacrifice all of your Marines. 7 Marines will make 1 Reaper, so go ahead and send all your Marines into the little green circle and hit the button in the top right, exchange. So I went ahead and fast forwarded so you don't have to watch me do that, but basically what I did was I bought as many Reapers as I could with the money that I had, and I did get the 2 upgrades on the Reapers, which give them plus 40 damage on their, they have a dot that attacks, and there's also an ability that makes them do splash damage with their dot. So Reapers become extremely effective at this point, especially once you get a lot of them inside the bunkers. I also, as you can see by the difference in the look of the bunkers, I also upgraded them to super bunkers. And once you upgrade your bunkers to super bunkers, they gain a couple, well, a lot more HP to begin with, and a couple of more abilities, such as an ability that allows them to actually like taunt all surrounding units to attack it, and then a force field that reduces all incoming damage by 80%. So it does give your bunkers a lot more survivability for sure. So what you're going to see me do here is build some tanks in just a second. Actually, I was not supposed to upgrade my factory just yet. What you can do though is you can upgrade your engineering bay into an armory, and then you can actually get your bunkers an upgrade, which allows them to fit about 3 more units into it. So you're going to want to do that. Upgrade your bunkers and then fill them up with completely full with Reapers. Once they're completely full of the Reapers, you'll be able to go ahead and start building tanks. And another thing I haven't mentioned yet, but you can see the one supply depot there is the upgraded supply depot. If you click on your command center, you can now call it drop down to upgrade your supply depot for like 110 minerals. It gives it about 26 more supply and a ton more HP and armor. Definitely a good buy rather than just building a lot more supply depots. So I would definitely do that. Once you get your bunkers filled with Reapers, or at least the front ones, go ahead and start building those tanks. Once you get about 3 tanks, it gets pretty ridiculous. One of the reasons I like tanks is because throughout this round 2, you're going to see these worms pop up. You do not get any money for the units that pop out of the worms. However, if you kill the worm itself, you'll get about 75 minerals. So the tanks, once you get about 2 or 3, you can focus fire those worms and get a pretty big boost in your minerals. So pretty simple at this point. I've got some really powerful Reapers. I think I still have 2 Hellions that I did not trade out. It's not a big deal though. The Reaper's just gonna take out your units while the tanks demolish everything around you. Anyhow, just continue using the abilities on your bunkers. You know, if one gets low, you can taunt with another bunker, and that's cheaper than actually healing them. But you know, obviously you're gonna have to heal them from time to time as well. Once you get about 3 tanks, there are 2 upgrades for the tanks that you want to go ahead and get. One of them will give your tank the ability to sometimes do a second attack, and also one that if you attack at greater range, the tank does about 40% increased damage. So you want both of those upgrades, and then get you about 4 tanks total. And at that point, you can start upgrading your attack damage. As you can see, my opponent left on the bottom, and for a sec I decided I wanted to use his units, but then I was like, no, since I'm recording here, I'll just go ahead and use what I've got so that you don't see an unfair advantage. So right now at this point, it's just me. My opponent, I don't know why he left. He was doing alright. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and build another bunker down here. I've got extra minerals. At this point, this game is actually in an alpha stage. The 3rd phase is not yet completed. So at the end of this, it's basically GG, you win the game. Eventually, when phase 3 comes in, I will go ahead and post a video update showing that last phase. But anyways, for now, we are halfway through phase 2. I've got 4 tanks, and I've began upgrading the tanks' damage as well. They do so much more damage once you start upgrading that attack on them. And I've got another bunker full of Reapers. You definitely want to fill everything up with Reapers. Oh yeah, one thing I did forget to mention is at level 16, they are going to send some air units after you. You must upgrade your Reapers to attack anti-air, or you are finished. Because no units right now can attack air without an upgrade. There is a 250 mineral upgrade, so be sure that you start saving up for the upgrade that allows you to attack air units with your Reapers, or you are done. There's nothing you can do at that point. So, anyways, once the air units start coming out, about level 16, what you'll see me do is start building Stalkers. The Stalkers are kind of interesting. They've got like an energy buildup, and they'll do extra damage based on their energy. And so what I will do is I'll build several Stalkers, because the air units will overwhelm you as the game goes on, especially on the very last level. And so once you know, 4 tanks is quite devastating, and you're going to want to go ahead and get those Stalkers out. I like to put 1 Stalker in each bunker. The Stalkers will not use their energy when they're in the bunkers, but they are still extremely powerful, especially with the attack upgrades. And so go ahead and do that. The Hellions are pretty good. Anyways, you can have fun with them, micro them around. Just don't lose them, and you'll be okay. As you can see there, every time those worms pop up, I kill them immediately by focus firing them with my tanks. And I'm going to go ahead and just a second, as I start building more Stalkers, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple on the top and a couple on the bottom. And here you go. You can see I repositioned my tanks so that they have a better spread and they can reach farther direct. And I do try and micro my Reapers to kill that little worm there, but the units come out too quick, so I did not want to lose my Reapers. Not a big deal. You know, you do want to kill as many as possible, but don't sacrifice units. You know, if you get 75 minerals for it and you lose 150 minerals worth of units, it's obviously not worth it. Here you go. My Stalkers are... This level, it would be pretty tough if you just had the Reapers, but since I've got Stalkers in each bunker, they're going to make short work of all of those air units. One thing you'll see me do here in just a little bit is my Stalkers get a little bit low on energy, so I'm going to swap them out and put them inside the bunkers, and the ones inside the bunkers will have full energy. That way they can just do a lot of extra damage. Like I said, these Stalkers have some kind of wild attack that it basically, I don't know, like doubles or triples your damage based on how much energy you have, something like that. And there's also an upgrade that lets them do extra energy regen when they go into remission, which I don't know what remission is. I guess that means, I don't know what it means. But anyways, I got it. And I'm not sure if it really helped me out any. In any case, once you get these tanks set up, you get a couple Stalkers. The rest of the game is pretty simple. About to get to the very last level, which is pretty darn cool if you ask me. Right here, you got about a minute left in level 19. Obviously, I did speed this up. The game overall was about an hour and 30 minutes, and I put it into this 2 10-minute sections, so there's no way I can put it on full speed. I mean regular speed. So I've got 3 Stalkers on the top, 3 on the bottom. Well, yeah, there you go. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. This is gonna make the very last level easy. And there you see, you just saw me swap out the low energy Stalkers. Okay, so here's the last level. What happens is this giant Overlord, which you can't attack, kind of like takes over your command center and starts siphoning energy from it. And it starts just laying. It's kind of like the worm level, except he uses his mind powers to lay down these little portions of units, and they're much tougher. So I keep having this problem on here where they spawn the units right inside my units, and that does destroy several of my bunkers. Not too big of a deal though. As you can see, I'm just gonna kind of micro my units around and rebuild. I wish I could slow this part down, but like I said, I ran out of time, so I had to speed it up. What you want to do here is just heal your bunkers when they're low health, rebuild them. Not a big deal. I've got 1,600 minerals saved up in case, you know, for phase 3. I was, you know, obviously there's not a phase 3, but I saved up the minerals anyways. I can beat this stage without spending it all. You do obviously want to try and save as much as possible. Anyways, anytime a unit spawns behind you, you know, it has a chance of killing your stuff, but with this many tanks, it's really not too big of a deal. You're going to kill them so fast. Do lose a tank right there, which kind of sucks. I'm going to try and build another supply depot to prevent them from getting in there. Those air units, though, as you can see, they will overwhelm you if I didn't have the Stalkers in place. But since I do have the Stalkers, I am going to be able to hold off the air units quite well. The Stalkers, by the way, they don't actually attack ground. They only attack air, so it makes them a pretty good anti-air unit. I did try and do turrets. Last time it didn't work. But anyways, that's the end. And as you can see, that's how you beat Overrun. Thanks for watching and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.